back to school.
It is back to school, and what a cool start to the week.
Yeah.
Typically at this time of the year, so hot, and it feels like fall outside. Maybe you can go get some of that early Halloween candy, and that may make it feel a little bit more like fall if that helps. Still certainly very green and lush out there, so it certainly looks like summer, just doesn't feel like it today. Live look at Grandview, 73 degrees here in Birmingham, 71 over in Anniston. That's going to be one of our cooler spots today, especially up in those higher elevations. We have a wedge of shallow, cool air here at the surface being wrapped around the eastern side of the mountains in the Appalachians into North Georgia. The easterly winds pulling it right here into central Alabama, and it is even creating a kind of moisture gradient up here in the upper levels of the atmosphere over eastern and central Mississippi. So that's where the edge of that wedge of cooler air is. So it's really encompassing much of central Alabama. These clouds expected to kind of linger throughout the day and even creating some kind of mist and pockets of drizzle that some of you have already kind of ran through this morning. Not really much in terms of measurable rainfall today. Certainly not going to add up in your rain gauge, but we could see maybe a few hundredths of an inch in our far eastern counties here in Alabama later on today. Temperatures are really being held down thanks to the overcast skies. Still sitting at 73 here in town, 73 for Talladega, 69 in Alex City, and 78 over in Moundville is one of our warmer spots here at this noon hour. We also have a little bit of an easterly breeze out there, really between 5 and 10 miles per hour, but gusting up to around 15 to 20 at times, especially later this afternoon. So that's going to make it feel really similar to what the actual air temperature is. Not really much of a heat index with temperatures this cool today. And I do think that some of our eastern counties here are going to struggle even really getting out of the 60s for the most part of the day. They're going to be really sitting in that 70 to 72 degree range. In some spots like Talladega getting up in the mid 70s, upper 70s for us here in Birmingham, Alabaster, Clanton, and Coleman. And then Tuscaloosa, far western Alabama, may be lucky enough to climb up into the low 80s later on. So this is going to rival some of our coolest high temperatures that we've seen on this calendar date for August 4th. You go back through all the last several years and you look at the records, this is going to be one of the cooler days. The record for us here in Birmingham, 78 degrees. For Anniston, around 77. If they do hit the forecast high of 76, that will shatter their record there. And same case for Tuscaloosa, could be about a degree shy of their record as well. So if that's the case, then we'll see new records go down today for the coolest temperatures that we've seen on August 4th. Outside of the cooler air, we're also talking about maybe the potential for some flooding across eastern Alabama. That's where over the next 3 days we could see an additional 1 to 2+ inches of rain, but for the rest of us, going to be really around or less than a ½ inch of rain. Futurecast shows it well. Most of us actually staying dry outside of those pockets of drizzle and mist, but we do see some periodic kind of steadier light rain over far eastern Alabama, most of it going even further east into places like Atlanta and central and north Georgia. But you see a few of these waves, another one coming in here on Tuesday afternoon. So with the abundance of the rain just to our east, it's going to bring the cloud cover with it, keeping those high temperatures down. It's still again for tomorrow. And then by Wednesday and Thursday, that wedge of cooler air is going to be out of here with temperatures warming back up closer to average. So for tomorrow, closer to the lower 80s. And then by Wednesday, all of us getting back up into the middle and upper 80s. Still shy of that average of 91 for this time of the year. But David, I only see one 90-degree temperature on the 7-day forecast, and that's going to be at the end of next weekend.